One, we just had to remind ourselves, so we'll remind everyone else, it's not Friday.
It is Wednesday.
It's Wednesday, and we have Steve Pokin, the answer man from the Springfield News Leader, here with us to answer a question. You may have the same question if you've driven past the carpet barn, right?
Right. It's Barney was a landmark for decades.
Yeah, and Barney is who?
Barney is a huge horse head.
Okay.
Some people think, and there's room for discussion, that it's actually a mule. But the original creator of Barney, who owned the carpet barn, I interviewed a couple years ago, said it was a horse head.
Okay. It does kind of look like a mule. I could see that.
And he is, the carpet barn closed in 2017.
Right. And you spoke to the owner back then, right?
I did. Back then, and I asked why have a horse head on a carpet barn anyway. And he says, well, you know, if you'd see the building, it's painted red. It's made to look like a barn, even though he sold carpeting and flooring.
I wouldn't have thought to go in to look for carpeting if I'm
No,
driving by that,
not at all. And well, the tree stand is something, in the photo, is something new. There's a new business there. Okay. But when I talked to the owner and I said, well, why? He said, well, a barn needs a horse. And then I said, well, why does Barney have a hat on? Why does the horse have a hat? And he said, so his head doesn't get wet.
Oh.
So it's perfectly logical.
Simple answers.
Sure.
So he was, the carpet barn was in business for some 40 years. And it's right off of Highway 13 north of town, and it's a landmark. It looks, and it's up on a hill, and it looks down on Highway 13.
Right.
Do you guys remember it? Have you ever seen it?
I actually covered a story there once before they closed in 2017. Someone tried to steal their propane tanks, and there was a huge leak.
Oh,
so
okay.
I've been there. Yeah.
All right, I've not. Yeah.
Back in the day. Yeah.
So the business, they went out of business. They sold the building, and I found out later that the Midwest Archery bought it, owned by the Williams family,
right,
in 2018. But they bought the Barney at a separate. It didn't come with the building, at a liquidation sale. They bought Barney. And Barney looks, you know, normal size up on that wall. But now he's behind the building.
Okay.
And he's 7.5 feet tall.
Oh.
And that's just the head.
That's impressive. Nice to have a little mascot there, but that's a towering mascot, right?
It is, and it's much more imposing. I mean, you can, when he's on the ground, you can see right up his nostrils. I mean, that's...
Was there anything up there?
No, there wasn't. No,
That's good. That's good.
I checked. He's healthy. So what's happening with him? The new owners are, they're not sure, 100% sure. What they think they're going to do is donate him to a charity and have him auction off to raise money for a good cause.
Very good to hear, yeah.
They put on Facebook, they took him down in December. So Barney was up there during the transition between businesses. They took him down in December, and they asked on Facebook, they asked people, what should we do? And there are all kinds. I want him for my man cave. You should keep him. He should be at the door greeting people. You should put antlers on him.
All sorts of ideas.
All sorts of ideas.
All righty. Read about it in the News Leader.